All right, welcome to our explainer. Today, we're diving into something that, let's be real, so many of us are dealing with. Those huge hormonal shifts that happen after 40, and more importantly, how you can actually navigate them to feel amazing. I mean, does that sound familiar? So many women feel this way. You're sticking to the same diet, the same workouts that have always worked for you, but all of a sudden, nothing. The results just aren't there, and it is incredibly frustrating. So what is actually going on here? Is it just getting older? Well, yes and no. It's way more specific than that. It's a biological transition, a complete rewrite of your body's internal operating system. And understanding that is the absolute first step to working with your body instead of fighting it. Okay, let's get right into it. To really get a handle on what's happening, we've got to get to know the main players in this whole story, your hormones. We're going to look at exactly what they do and how their jobs kind of change during this massive life transition. Just think of your hormones as these super powerful chemical messengers that are running the entire show behind the scenes. I mean, they're constantly sending out signals that call the shots on everything from how hungry you are and how you sleep, to your mood, and even how your body decides to store fat. They are the true architects of how you feel every single day. So this slide right here really gets to the heart of what's changing. In your 30s, for the most part, estrogen and progesterone are balanced, and they act like these amazing protective forces. They help keep your metabolism humming, your mood stable, and even protect your heart and your bones. But as you get into your 40s, these hormones start this slow and sometimes chaotic decline. And that sort of protective shield starts to get a little thinner, leading to a whole new reality inside your body. But you know, the story doesn't stop there with just estrogen and progesterone. There's another huge player in this game. One that our crazy, modern, stressed-out lives pretty much keep on high alert 24/7, and it can make everything else feel so much worse.
And yeah, we're talking about cortisol, the stress hormone. Now, a little bit of it is totally fine. It helps you get up in the morning. But chronic stress means you have chronically high cortisol. And when that happens, it basically hijacks your entire system. It can actually block the production and the function of those very hormones, estrogen and progesterone, that are already on the decline, which just makes everything feel that much harder.
So how does all of this actually feel? This whole hormonal shift isn't just some abstract idea on a chart. It shows up in real, tangible ways in your day-to-day life. Your body is sending you signals, and it's time we learn how to decode them. And as we look at this next part, I just really want you to hear this. If any of this is hitting home for you, you are so not alone. What can feel like this just random, frustrating collection of issues? Well, it often all points back to the very same root cause. Just look at this list for a second. That stubborn belly fat that just won't budge, the sudden waves of heat that come out of nowhere, those nights spent just staring at the ceiling, or that feeling like your brain is just wading through thick fog. The joint aches, the mood swings, the constant feeling of being tired. You see? These aren't all just random, separate problems. They're all signals that the hormonal landscape inside you is changing. And that right there is the key. This is not in your head, and it has nothing to do with a lack of willpower. It is pure biology. It's a predictable, even if it's challenging, domino effect. And the best part? Once you figure out what's tipping over that first domino, you actually have the power to influence the rest. Okay, this is where it really gets good. Because understanding the why gives us so much power to change the how. How we eat, how we move, how we manage our stress. So it's time to just toss out the old rulebook and build a completely new toolkit that's designed specifically for this chapter of your life. Okay, first up, let's talk about food. And the new motto is super simple. Fuel your body, don't restrict it. Those old, low-fat, calorie-sloshing diets from the past, they just are not designed for this new hormonal reality. In fact, a lot of the time, they can make things even worse by adding more stress to your body. All right, let's break this down step by step. First, you've got to make protein your best friend at every single meal. It's the building block for your muscle, which is your metabolic engine. Second, you need to embrace healthy fats. Seriously, your body literally can't make hormones without them. Third, load up on fiber from all kinds of vegetables to keep your blood sugar nice and stable. And finally, you gotta consciously reduce foods that create inflammation in your body, like sugar and ultra-processed junk, because they can just pour fuel on the fire of all those symptoms. Okay, pillar number 2. And this might just be the biggest mindset shift of them all. For years, we were told the whole point of exercise was to burn as many calories as possible, usually through hours and hours of cardio. It is time to change that goal completely. So, what does this actually mean for you? Your new #1 goal is not burning calories, it's building and maintaining muscle. Endless cardio can actually raise our stress hormone, cortisol, and work against you. But strength training? Oh, it is an absolute powerhouse. Muscle burns more calories all day long, even when you're resting. It protects your bone density as estrogen declines, and it makes your body way better at managing blood sugar. Think of it this way. You are building a kind of muscular savings account for your future health.
All right, and that leads us to our third and final pillar. And this is the one that really ties everything else together. We simply cannot have a conversation about hormonal balance without talking about stress. You could have the most perfect diet, the best exercise plan in the world, but if your cortisol is sky high all the time, you're just gonna feel like you're spinning your wheels in the mud. Look, managing your stress and sleep, this isn't about adding more stuff to your already packed to-do list. It's all about strategic recovery. Making 7 to 9 hours of sleep a priority is non-negotiable for repairing your hormones. Just 10 minutes of mindfulness can literally change your brain chemistry and bring cortisol down. And gentle movement, like a walk outside, calms your whole nervous system. These aren't little luxuries you do when you have time. They are essential tools for this stage of life. Okay, so let's tie all of this together. It's so clear that this isn't about just surviving a bunch of random symptoms. It's really about understanding this huge biological shift and then changing your strategy so you can not just get through it, but actually thrive. And just to give you a sense of how massive this whole thing is, get this, some experts have identified around 400 potential symptoms that can be associated with this time. Everything from frozen shoulder to brain fog to shifting moods. So if you have ever felt like you're going crazy, you're not. Your body is just going through a massive recalibration. You know, there's this one quote that I just absolutely love. It completely reframes this whole experience. It's not about fighting to get back to the person you used to be. It's about training and preparing for the strong, wise, and powerful woman you are becoming. It's all about learning the new operating system so you can work with it, navigate it, and maybe even hack it a little to your advantage. And really, that's the thought I want to leave you with today. What if we just stop looking at this time of life as some kind of ending or a decline? With the right knowledge and the right tools, fueling your body, building your strength, and calming your system, what if this whole transition isn't an ending at all, but is actually the starting line for the strongest, most clear-headed, and empowered chapter of your entire life?